on a new adventure.
Hello, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, guys. This is Kumbi Reacts, and I am Kumbi, guys. As you can see, man, I'm rocking my Demaryius Thomas jersey today. Rest in peace, Demaryius Thomas. But I wore this one for good luck because I was like, you know what? I haven't busted out the DT jersey in a long time, and we need a win today. And guess what? We got a win, and we got an amazing win. We dominated based off of what I saw. I didn't see the game live. Once again, for some stupid reason, they decided they weren't going to play this game live in my region, even though I'm in the region like near Colorado and Denver. So I would imagine I would have gotten it, but instead I got the Chargers versus the Steelers, which was like a snooze fest. So I pretty much had to watch game updates, or I was watching NFL Game Day Live, and they like barely ever show the Broncos on that thing. It pisses me off. But anyways, went off on a tangent. Anyways, we won today. Finally got in the win column. Bo Nix looked good. So we're going to dive in. We're going to check this thing out, man. We're going to break down some of the good stuff and some of the things that we can continue to improve on. So let's get in here, man. Let's check this thing out. Here we go. This is the Broncos versus the Buccaneers.
And he doesn't have to be stepping into it either.
First play of the game.
Down, right away.
Beautiful back shoulder fade. That's how we start the game.
Throw.
Let's go, Bo.
Three straight passes.
Oh, I saw it from the get-go, dude. Josh Reynolds.
For Reynolds. Josh Reynolds has it down.
From the second, look at this. From the second he lined up. So here, right? Immediately, I'm recognizing this right here. He is playing him, man. There's probably a second guy over the top. I know there's been the big controversy about cover two with Mel Kiper and his stupid opinion about cover two. Ask me how I feel about that. Anyways. So I can't see the safeties. I'm assuming cover two because on that play it looked like the safety had come over the top, but he was late. But the biggest reason is because of he got beat. I just don't know if he was playing like a cover two man or if he was playing a cover two zone. I'm assuming man, but he got straight up beat. The second he lined up, he was still squared off. I mean, from there, Josh had him. You'll see it right here. Ready? Right there. He was squared off.
Three straight passes. Looping it for Reynolds. Josh Reynolds has it down to the 10. And again, we go back to the precise nature of Bo Nix at safety throughout the course of the
day. Great job
They're
recognizing it by Bo Nix.
Second and 13. Quick hitch.
Another beautiful throw. Williams. Again, recognizing in there. I think that was a cover three is what they're running. So your DB is playing so far off. Not only that, but it's also a running back. So I don't think the DB anticipates that. But I'm assuming cover three because of your corners are playing so deep on this. You probably have corner here, safety deep here, corner here, so they're just dropping in thirds.
13.
And Bo Nix does a great job, just quick hitch it, pick up as much yards as you can.
Who's excellent.
You're going to play that far off.
Javonte
can make moves happen with the
ball.
Pushback
by Dean after a gain of 11.
3rd and 2.
Oh, he gave Nix an option, and he's going to take it right to the corner for the touchdown.
Bo Nix once again shows his athleticism.
Series right there by the.
And I think right there too, you can see that teams still do not understand how athletic Bo Nix is, because that linebacker immediately dropped off and went into the coverage and didn't even think Bo Nix had a chance to beating him to that edge. So again, Bo Nix is super athletic, and I don't understand why teams don't see that.
Rookie quarterback. That's wide in the backfield.
3rd and 4.
Mayfield for the corner. It's intercepted.
Intercepted.
Intended for Evans. Taken out of the air by Brandon Jones, and he reverses field direction. Look out.
Nope.
Inside the 10 and down at the 9.
Inside the 10. I sure hope that we capitalize on this. That's one thing, too, that I will say that we've got to improve on is we've got to start converting these field goals into touchdowns, because I don't think we actually convert this, if I remember right. So that is one thing that we've got to improve on tremendously. And I know it's steps, right? Every game we just try to get better, and it feels like that's been the case, right? We're getting better little by little every single game, and Bo Nix's confidence is improving every single game. But we have to get better, because I feel like our defense has done this all season long. They've put us in great spots as an offense, and we just don't capitalize. It's like every time we get a turnover in the red zone or in their side of the 50, we are not doing the best job of converting those into 7, but instead we're either taking 3 or we're turning the ball over, which is a big reason why we were 0-2 before this game. But something I wanted to highlight here, this doesn't really have anything to do with the Broncos, but the whole idea of these videos, I want to be able to break down the game itself. So basically what Baker does here is he forces this because I think he knows Mike Evans my guy. Let me force it. Mike Evans has basically a little corner route over here. And the only spot you could have even thought about putting this, because of you had that safety over the top and the corner right underneath, is that would have to be all the way to the sideline where literally Mike Evans would have to make a hell of a play by going up for it, or it's just going straight out of bounds. But he threw the ball inside on Mike Evans' inside shoulder, which is probably the worst place you can put it because you're putting it where it's really hard for your receiver to turn around and make that play. But then the safety just has to do exactly what he did, where he just jumps up over the top.
That's wide in the backfield. Mayfield for the corner.
So you see what I'm talking about here, right? That ball comes inside on his shoulder here. That ball has to be out here for Mike Evans to even have a chance at it. Like, that's got to be like on his outside shoulder towards the out of bounds, but it's got to be high where Mike Evans has to go high point that ball over here.
It's intercepted. Intended for Evans. Taken out of the air by Brandon Jones, and he reverses field direction. Look out. Inside the 10 and down at the 9.
6 feet and 310 pounds. Forget it.
McLaughlin dots the eye.
Okay, so we must have converted this because I saw this play highlight on
towards the wide
day.
side of the field, and he's in trouble, but he got there.
And that's just a hell of a play by McLaughlin, man. I mean, that play realistically would probably not have worked if he did not make that move and make that guy like hesitate and basically broke his ankles. I honestly thought in this play that we were just going to be QB sneaking it, which is what I would have called, because I feel like Bo Nix is athletic enough, he's strong enough, he could have just reached that ball over the top. I mean, you're at the 1-inch line, you know. But hey, you know what? Hell of a play. McLaughlin made a play. We scored. That's all that matters.
Out there, inside the pylon with a beautiful deke. Incomplete.
Ooh. Yeah, he played that
for
well.
Trey Palmer, but how about that blanketed
That
coverage
is like
over there?
technical corner coverage
Riley
right
Moss.
there, dude. Right hand on the
Nix
hip,
is
left
6
hand
of 8
swat.
for 74
Beautiful.
yards already. Boy, did he thread the needle to Sutton there, right in front of Jamel Dean.
Accuracy right there, man.
Tyler Bidet has come in, number 28.
Tyler Bidet.
Scat back type, and he takes it inside the 20.
Free agent, right?
That was a spot foul, so they gained 7, 3rd and 20. Out to Franklin. And Troy Franklin gets
This is the first time I think I've seen Troy Franklin in a game.
Help
I think
them
it's the first time he's been active.
getting into position for a field goal try. Will Lutz, 5 for 5 this year, a 43-yard try here.
They're similar.
17-0 in Tampa Bay, man.
Mayfield lets it go. Little curl underneath, caught by White. And Rashad White gets to the 45 of the Broncos. That was Barton with the stop. This year.
2.
Over the middle, incomplete. Over Godwin.
Now, let me say on this play right here, basically what happened, honestly, this is more on Baker than it is anything else. And this is one thing I also don't truly understand about a lot of quarterbacks. When you have that kind of a throw, and I feel like it happens most of the time on slants and like dig routes, is a lot of quarterbacks think that they have to like rifle that ball in there at like 110 miles per hour, which is not the case. The only time you would ever have to really do that is if it's a space, if you're throwing it into a window that is tight where you've got to get that ball in that window. But this one right here, I mean, there was nobody on top of that route, so it's not like you're throwing in a tight window, but Baker just, I mean, he put way too much on that. And, you know, obviously Godwin didn't expect him to have that much heat on the ball. And I also don't think he thought it was coming as quick as it was, even though he should have been ready for the ball, but that ball still should not have had as much heat. Like, just put the ball in there. Get the ball in a good spot. Accuracy to me matters more than your arm strength does.
A little high. It looked like Baker may have rushed that just a little. And 4th down. They've got a 3rd and 3 here.
3rd and 3.
And what a beautiful decision on that read.
Just
by
again,
Nix.
Bo Nix, dude. His athleticism is just insane. Let's check that thing out again.
And
this is
4th
just
down.
technical, a simple read option, right? You are just reading that outside backer, right? He crashes, I pull and go. If he goes after the quarterback, release it, running back takes it.
A 3rd and 3 here.
Easy
and
read, too. 3 crashed on that hard.
What a beautiful decision on that read by Nix. When you run zone read.
That's not what Whitehead called him as he ran past him.
That's right.
You son of a coach.
Javonte Williams.
Man, Javonte's such a freaking
fumble. Yeah,
beast,
ball
man.
out late.
Oh, he said he's down. Fisher came in pointing down.
Sure did. That fateful look of the ball being pointed down, the fist down.
So his knees aren't down. That's a fumble.
That is a fumble.
Did it end up becoming a fumble?
Buccaneers take over.
Oh, my gosh. And, I mean, that's just, again, running backs. I can't preach enough, man. When you are going through traffic, 2 hands on the ball always.
At the 33-yard line. In need of some offensive punch themselves, and this kid can run. Bucky Irving, he is quicker than a hiccup.
There's been a lot of these kind of plays installed over the last couple of years.
Also.
Because this misdirection thing is a huge part of what offenses do nowadays to gain an advantage.
And they come
Again, another just
Bucky
misdirection.
Irving. It's wide open. It is.
He's short. He's
1
short.
yard line. They're going to mark him just shy. 3 wide, trips to the top of your screen. And they go the other way to the corner, and there is touchdown, Godwin.
There is absolutely nothing as a corner you could have really done in that situation. I mean, Baker threw a perfect pass. I mean, literally a perfect pass. That pass was like right where that corner had no chance to get it, and only his receiver had a chance to get it. That is a perfect throw by a quarterback. A perfectly thrown back shoulder fade right there. I mean, it was executed well. Nothing that Zach Moss could have done right there. He did the best he could in that position. So, I mean, you know what? Those things suck too. I've played corner in those situations.
All else fails,
it sucks when you literally have done everything you possibly could have, but there's just literally no way you could have.
Winfield is out with injury. Nix.
Beautiful.
Same
Runs that
pattern,
comeback route.
Different side of the field to Cortland Sutton and a gain of 10.
You're right at 1 minute. You're going to give
It's
him
like
what
a
he
cover
can.
3 right there. You got drop it
back
back, throw it underneath.
16 out of 19
Beautiful.
with this completion. First down 10. Ball at the 42-yard line.
Looks like a cover 2 right
Ball
here.
coming out quickly, isn't
Yep.
it? Just
Oh, yeah.
again, Humphrey again sits
He
down
does
on
cover
that
2
ball
because
right
was dropping to the
in
flat.
the seam.
All right, Bo Nix gets the ball back. Let's see what he does.
2nd and 1.
Another good break.
See, now that right there is one of those times where you got to put some mustard on that thing, and you should be trying to throw it 110 miles per hour, especially because that corner's crashing down. And if you're putting it like kind of at an arm stretch like that, that is a tough play for the receiver to make. So you've got to make sure that one's got to be kind of a heater.
2nd and 1.
Another good break.
He also probably didn't need to throw it as far out of bounds. I get it though. He's trying to play it safe. There's 11 seconds left in the half. You're trying to get the easy 3 points because you already know you're probably going to get 3 out of this drive. So I understand why he put it out of bounds or far like that.
You got to be careful right here, Tim, because he's going to pump one of these. It's good.
Picks up the 3. But again, a great job by Bo Nix right there. Bo Nix drives him down the field with
all right, Sarah, thank
little
you.
time. And
Open
again,
from the
improvements.
30-yard line, and here is Godwin again on the
Nice little
receiving
tunnel
end.
screen
And Chris
there.
Godwin almost broke contain and got out there to the second level in a hurry. PJ.
But you know what? The fact that our defense held Baker Mayfield to 53 yards and a touchdown and a pick in the first half. I mean, I've been saying it since the start. Our defense has been solid all year. I think, honestly, we should be a top 10 defense. Our rush defense is very suspect. There's times where we just give up run yards like nobody's business. Even in this game, the fact that their running back had as much as he had is insane to me. And for some reason, we just we struggle against the run, but against the pass, man, I don't know what the statistics are, but it would surprise me if we're not a top 10 defense against the pass or top 5.
Lock the safety. Mayfield over the middle of the big tight end, Otten.
Nice play.
With Aiden Hutchinson
good
last
play
week.
action
I think
there.
he's held up pretty well today in replacement of Luke Gedeke.
Running man.
As he gets
Good
sacked.
sack.
Oh, yeah, just as I mentioned it, right? There's you see Franklin.
Let me tell you, too, people who run man, sometimes that's almost harder to throw against than a zone coverage is. Because sometimes, like the zone, if you can pre-snap read it and you kind of predetermine what the zone is, it makes the throw a little easier because you kind of know where you're looking or where the soft spots of the zone are. But when people run man, especially when they blitz you in man, it's tough because, you have to, you pretty much have to deliver a really, really great, accurate ball unless your guy just beats the man straight up. But in the NFL, that doesn't happen a lot, so it's hard to get a play off and read it and be able to deliver a perfect pass when you've got a blitz coming at you and they're running a man defense.
John Franklin Myers come through and make the big play. opening series to get them a first down. Rashad White in the backfield.
17.
And Mayfield looking somewhat long and has to check it down. That ball may have been tipped into the air, but it recovered by White. They haven't faced too many third and longs. Got one here. Nix. That one is nearly picked off. That was outstanding individual effort.
That is a scary throw to make right there if you're Bo Nix. And I think what happened is I think he wanted to put more on this.
Longs.
You can see how the ball comes out wobbly, right? When it comes out wobbly like that. Usually that happens when you're trying to put something extra on it, but it just doesn't come off the hands right. So I think that's what happened is I think he wanted to put something extra on this so that he could try to fit it in that window. But this is kind of some of the questions that people had when he came into the league is the arm strength, right? Can you fit it into those kinds of windows? You know, obviously right here, the arm strength was lacking for him to fit it in that window.
Nix. That one is nearly picked off. That was outstanding individual effort by Tyke Smith. 2nd and 10. Baker's in some trouble and got to go
sack.
down. 21, but he's only 1 of 6 since. Buccaneers bring pressure again. That pass is caught. It's Humphrey. Little Jordan Humphrey is tripped up as he was making a break.
Man, I think if he doesn't trip there, he gets at least another 15, 20 yards, if not a touchdown. Beautiful read right
Cortland
there.
Sutton gets it.
Let's go check that out again right there. So a beautiful read right here, right?
Exactly the kind of guy.
You send Marvin Mims in motion, right? That's a distraction. You're also trying to open up to see what they're running. Obviously, they're running a zone coverage because the man didn't run with him. Usually, anytime it's man-to-man and you send someone motion, that's why a lot of offenses use a ton of motion nowadays is because it makes it so the pre-snap read is a lot easier for the quarterback to determine. So you're sending him in motion to try to determine what they're running. They're obviously in a zone because you basically saw the backer shifted. He stepped back, right? So I would assume they're in a cover 2 because it looks like you have 1, 2, right? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so you must have a safety back this way. So maybe it is cover 3 where you have deep, and then you've got him. He's got the flat, right? So basically, that's what the motion is being used for. But then you've got an RPO here, right? So you got tight end here, and then you've got a big body receiver right there. So you're going to give him that look like that. And that's one thing I love about Bo Nix. His arm angle thing, he's kind of got the Patrick Mahomes vibe where like he can make his arm go in different angles. So you see here he faked it, and he kind of did that sidearm thing where he's able to kind of work it around the chaos that's going on right here.
Sean wants to work.
You see what he sees, right? As soon as it's a read for him, right? He is probably reading this backer 100%. And as soon as you see that backer blitz, that tells you right off the bat, boom, there's my hot right there. That's the route, right? And that's the whole point of the RPO is it allows that quarterback to read a single player, and then you basically let the play itself out based off of what you read off that one player.
Cortland Sutton gets it to the 35-yard line, a pickup of 4.
And he also knows what he has at that quarterback spot.
Again, sprint out action, backside pressure. Look at him get away from that. Oh, that's a little Harry Houdini.
Man, I am telling you again, I've stressed it multiple times in this video. I've stressed it before. The athleticism of Bo Nix is so, underrated. It's insane to me. I mean, he's making the plays that everybody thought Caleb Williams was going to make. This is a Caleb Williams type play. This is the kind of plays that everybody thought you were going to get out of Caleb Williams, and he has struggled to make these plays. He's almost put himself into danger trying to make these plays. Bo Nix to work this out and work the pocket like this is insane to me, dude.
Again, sprint out
to
action,
feel that guy coming off you, to still
Look
step
at him
in.
Get away from that. Oh, that's a little Harry Houdini. He was a Heisman finalist for a reason.
Beautiful.
That's
Again,
Sutton.
another RPO.
Oh, it was almost tipped. There was some pressure coming. Jamel Dean with the stop. They need 4, and they go up against the man coverage. It is Sutton, incomplete.
That is a beautiful throw. And you know what? Let me tell you the number one rule if you're a receiver.
Jamel Dean with the stop.
So if you're a receiver, right, and you have a fade route like this, you should always leave the quarterback, at least give yourself a yard and a half, 2 yards of space right here. You should always give a little bit of space for that quarterback to be able to put that up a little bit more so that you can make a play in bounds. The problem was that Cortland Sutton allowed the corner to squeeze him to the out of bounds or to the sideline, And as a corner, one of the biggest things you're taught, right, is sideline is a friend. He's like a 12th player out there, right? Because you can use it to your advantage, squeeze the receivers outside like that, so that way they can't make a catch. And that's exactly what he did.
They need 4.
See, so he had a great release. All he needs to do is just reroute himself here, but he allows himself to keep going outside.
And they go up against them.
So you just see right there, he's catching it basically right there on the little hashes right there. So that makes it tough because then all the corner has to do is if you're in the air, he just has to force you out of bounds because there's no penalty against that anymore. There's no rule about that.
And coverage, it is Sutton, incomplete. Zion McCollum was right there and up to the task from the right hash.
And these are the things I'm talking about too, where we just have to capitalize better and not settle for field goals.
So it is a 16-point game.
Turn
That
those
was a
into
gain
touchdowns.
of 4. Second down and 6. We got that word from Sarah. Maria's on the receiving end at the 40. He won't go down. Takes a lot of Broncos to get down that Buccaneer. Alex Singleton comes over there to help.
Otten's a big man.
Mayfield's pass, boy, he whips it out to Godwin beautifully for the first down.
Good
Really
hit
nicely
there.
done by.
3rd down and 7.
Now they're dropping everybody.
Yeah, Max protect, and he goes underneath to Rashad White.
Ooh.
And the extra
Beautiful
effort
job.
will get
And that's
him
one
to
thing
within
I've
2
noticed
yards
in this
of
game
first
that we are
down
doing a
in
much
the
better
arms
job
of
is we are
Riley
making
Moss.
tackles. We're not
If it's
allowing a
man
bunch
or
of missed
not.
tackles like we did
And they're
against
bringing a
Seattle.
blitz. Nicely picked up.
Right up the middle, and Baker's going to carry it.
He
had it. Making
dead
tackles.
Straight. Sure did. He decided to cut right, and Benito made the tackle. You're right. He angled right and didn't need to that time today, and they found their footing here in Tampa this afternoon.
Well, it's that offensive line. You just saw the hole they gave him.
Wow, Bidet!
Hit the hole, and he was
Tyler
gone,
Bidet!
man.
Down to the 31-yard line.
This is kind of random. A bro right here is like, that's crazy, bro.
Down to the 31-yard line before Christian Izzian runs him down. The Bronco defense, if anything, they need a sack.
Got 3rd and 3.
Tipped into the air again. Outstanding.
And you know what? That right there is all about the footwork. Bo Nix tends to do this a lot, and he did this against Seattle a couple times, and he did it last week against Pittsburgh, which is why he threw that interception. He fades off his back foot, and that will cause major accuracy issues. See, because Sutton has a slant here. He fades off that back foot, and that ball kind of goes more on Sutton. When the corner's on, like when he is like on the man like that, you've got to put that ball out there where the quarterback can.
They need a sack.
Receiver, my bad. See right here, he's reading him dropping, right? Which is it's the right read, right? This is a really simple read concept here, right? You're reading this backer right here. He's running the out, so if the backer drops, the window opens up here, you throw the slant, which is what he does, but then you see where his feet are right now as he's releasing. Both feet are in the air. So, and his hips are facing out this way, so he's not going to be able to deliver an accurate pass. And you see there, it's behind him. It's like on Sutton's back shoulder here, which gives the corner the ability to stick his hand in there, knock the ball out. You want to put that ball on the front side up here where that receiver can make a play with it.
Tipped into the air again. Outstanding defensive work. Sutton, the intended receiver, and Zion McCollum looking for his 4th.
Got it.
Damn,
And Saban kept saying, well,
starting to empty out.
I'm not getting a clearance. Well, Godwin makes that catch.
He may be still running.
On 2nd and 11, Irving with that quick burst of his. He's had quite a day, Bucky Irving on the ground.
Sending the corner blitz.
Corner blitz.
Got him.
Baker gets out of it.
Yes.
A little shovel
No.
out to Irving. And he'll have a first down. A little bubble screen action to McMillan, inside screen.
That kind of looks like they just picked up a bunch of garbage yards.
Good blitz pickup.
Yeah, they got him
Sack.
too.
They got him from the edge.
3rd and goal.
It's goal to go, so they got to get it in there
Ooh,
somehow.
good
And
hit.
Alton lost
He attacked the ball.
and
Fumble.
it's picked up by Brandon Jones. And Evans is going to catch him shy of midfield.
That's all
Got to
she
get
wrote.
that offensive line back intact. Todd Bowles and Sean Payton, old friends. Matt
Okay, well,
Millen.
I think the rest of the game is just them handshakes and all that kind of stuff. So, I mean, like I said, guys, it's a win. It was a really good win, 26-7, man. The defense really dominated. They did an amazing job. They've done that all year long. So, and then the offense, we're taking steps, man. We are taking the right steps to get better and better and better. Again, there's just little things that we got to clean up. Like I said, the red zone, when we get down and we get within the red zone or the 50-yard line, we have to be able to turn those into touchdowns. We have to not have so many field goals. So that way we can convert those into more points. And then obviously Bo Nix, he's just got to work on the footwork stuff, man. He's fading off of his back legs and such like that. Especially like I can understand, right? If you're trying to make a play and you're under pressure, you're running for your life, you're trying to make a play happen. Okay, that's one thing. But like, there was a couple plays in here that we talked about where it's like there's no pressure around him. He's just fading off of his foot, or he's just it's footwork and mechanics and such like that. But at the same time, like I said, we're seeing the improvements from him from game one to now. The improvements he's made as a quarterback and whatnot is phenomenal. His athleticism is probably the number one thing he has going for him right now. I mean, he's sneaky athletic, and people are just not expecting that athleticism from him. So we just got to, like I said, start converting those into touchdowns. We've got to be able to, hopefully next game is the game that we finally get Bo Nix to throw his first touchdown pass. And then it's only up from there. But the important part is, like I said, guys, we are making steps. Every game we've gotten better, in my opinion. So, and Bo Nix himself has gotten better, and his confidence is raising every single game. So, but I appreciate y'all's time, man. The video was a whole lot longer than I thought it was going to be. But a win's a win, guys. 26-7. Broncos were 1-2, guys. And next week, let's try to go 2-2. All right, here we go. Appreciate y'all's time, man. Have a fantastic day.